Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Avalanche, seeing what's going on. This coin's doing fairly very well. It bounced almost identically to what we expected. Well, it didn't come up as high as 33.50. It broke straight through that without any trouble at all. So we're going to consider that to be a new support level. Same thing here as well with 35 even. We'll talk about that here in a moment, but I would say this pullback that we're seeing right now, pretty standard. Okay, very, very normal, par for the course considering the circumstances. Most coins are starting to pull back a little bit with Bitcoin overextending itself to fill that liquidity level at 42.5. So I think there's a solid chance we could see further downside, but we also want to double check a few key factors too. So if you are new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I love to teach people to trade. Truly hope you can learn something here today and become a better trader. If you want to become a better trader yourself, attend my trading academy. It's awesome stuff there. We also took some nice profits this morning from a shorts from AVAX. This is my scalping bot. As you can see, we shorted quite a few coins here, Chainlink as well as AVAX previously. And this is kind of how the trade setups look here. If you can kind of see AVAX shorts entered in at 36, took profit 35.43, second target 35.23. So we're going to see if that next one will be hit, which it does look like. I think this is actually, yeah, that's right. That's the second target there. We hit our second target. Good stuff there. And then, of course, we got some longs from Solana and Chainlink as well. That's more of a swing trading group there where we have more conservative trading there, essentially. All of it is conservative, I guess you will, but, because we only use 5 to 10x leverage tops. But again, just something to be mindful of. So let's take a look here at Avalanche. What's going on here? Okay. So we obviously see this massive level of liquidation at $33. I talked about this yesterday being very, very careful when taking shorts of this coin right now. I would say right now you have a much better chance of success taking a short than you would if you had previously tried to, because Bitcoin kept retesting that 42K range, and once it broke, all the other coins kind of took off. So taking a look here at this, we can kind of just double check that there's not a lot of liquidation left above the price action. There's some new shorts at about 37, 36.80 range, but generally speaking, AVAX is looking pretty solid. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here in this regard. We can also double check a few key things as well. But just kind of big picture, majority of liquidation was swept right in this range here. There's a lot of it between 33.50 and 34. So let's look at the daily time frame and kind of work our way down, see what's going on. So quickly to double check here, moving averages. We wanted to talk about this yesterday, or we did rather, and talked about wanting to have a closure above the 20-day SMA. Now, while we're not there yet, we're getting there. We can see that we're having some pretty solid success. So that's a good trend setter, okay? Letting us know that we're on the right side of tracks. That concurrent with being above 50 on the RSI, tentatively. I say tentative because today hasn't closed yet, but it's looking pretty likely we're going to see that be a thing, right? Those are all positive contributing factors. In addition to all that, we see MACD converging too. So the daily time frame for AVAX is looking quite strong. It would be a coin that you probably don't want to consider shorting into, at least in regard to a big picture, long-term situation. Now again, this is just the daily time frame. We don't take trades on one time frame. We take it on multiple time frames that give us confirming factors, right? So right now, though, we can summarize the daily time frame is looking pretty solid. A closure at about 34 or higher would put us in a place where we're going to be able to have some nice, strong confirming factors, both on the RSI and the moving averages, in addition to the MACD. So those are all very, very good things here for us. So what does that mean for us in the 4 hour? Well, let's quickly draw out a trend line here and kind of pay attention to that for future reference, just so we can kind of get perspective on where things are at. And again, I'd like to continue to draw trend lines out to see roughly where these key level supports and resistances are. These lines aren't just arbitrary lines on the chart to make it look pretty. They're significant levels. So 33.50 is a close approximate, 35 even, as well as 36.75. Those are 3 areas that we need to pay attention to. So when it comes to this current situation here, we can recognize larger time frame fibs. We're consolidating right there at the 0.618 level. Okay, so 0.618, $36. That's the point of contention. Closing above or below that would be helpful to give us confirmation for a further uptrend or not. Doesn't mean that we can't continue up if we don't close above it. It just implies that we're going to have to consider that to be a resistance level. Okay, again, these are larger time frame fibs. We can draw smaller time frame ones out, of course, for this little series that we have going on here, because we do have somewhat of an Elliott Wave. We kind of see here we got our higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and now our higher high. So you could consider this to be a full wave where we should expect maybe an ABC pattern on the way down. An ABC would be something like this, where it establishes a lower low, lower high, and a lower low again. Okay, so again, there's a lot of different things that we could kind of think about, but generally speaking, that's something that is present. Take a look at 4-hour time frame. Again, transitionary time frame, stochastic RSI swinging down for the second time. This carries more weight than the first. So you got to recognize the more you swing down as the price goes up, the more likely the price is to pull back. Okay. Same thing here with traditional, RSI, MACD, all right there at that 50 to 70 range, if you will. Also, it's a positive confirming factor, but we lost that 70 support level on the RSI, in turn letting us know we should be able to see the price pull back a little further. Is it going to be a massive pullback? No, probably not. We could even be at the bottom here at 35. We'll find out here in a moment. So the 1-hour time frame, let's quickly verify this here and see where we're at. We are likely above the cloud, which we are. So we have all confirming factors here letting us know that shorting of this coin is somewhat less ideal. However, massively overextended, Bitcoin pulling back, there could very well be a situation where the price action for AVAX continues lower. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin continues up because everyone's expecting it to go down. That's how market movers do their thing. They understand how the social sentiment factors in, liquidation levels, etc. A lot of reasons why the price could continue higher for Bitcoin. If it does, AVAX is poised and ready to strike. Strong macro on this coin here so far. Hourly looks pretty good too. We got to recognize though, lagging span maybe about 6 to 8 hours away from intersecting with the price action, which basically just implies if AVAX doesn't make a move soon, you may want to consider taking some profits because it could pull back. Okay, and that's generally what it's telling us. But we're above the cloud. We are converging above the baseline here. There's a lot of reasons why it's not ideal to consider a short with this coin. Okay, so if you do have shorts open, of course, you follow my Premium Plus group signals. Those are scalps. Okay, folks. Day trades are meant to be held smaller time frames. There were smaller time frame confirmations letting us know the price was going to pull back. Is that a large term confirmation? Absolutely not. We've verified here the daily looks super strong here for this coin. There's absolutely no reason to consider shorting it from a macro perspective. You do got to recognize though, we are rejecting out, and some Bitcoin's doing the same thing. With this volume profile here, basically the average true range for lack of better terms, we can see here $36 is that solid resistance. So unless we can close above 36 in the relative near future, there's no reason why we should presume this coin is going to continue higher. Okay, that's a very, very solid resistance level. So generally speaking, I would say a closure above 36 would give us full-on confirmation that we're looking pretty solid and ready to rock and roll to invalidate this bearish trend. Once again, that is for AVAX specifically. If Bitcoin drops and continues to tank, AVAX won't stand a chance. It's just the way it goes, is how the market's structured. So please recognize that all this comes with a grain of salt, and that grain of salt is Bitcoin being the most impactful mover here. Okay, so understand what Bitcoin is doing. Watch my daily Bitcoin videos so you understand generally where we're at with that. But for right now, Bitcoin is macro bearish. We got to respect that, even though this one is macro bullish. All right, so fun words actually. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you check this out too. Phenomenal exchange, highly recommended. I like to recommend them because there's no KYC or VPN requirements. A lot of our Canadian and US members don't know about this exchange. I like to spread the good word. They're phenomenal with our members. If you use my link to register, you get some awesome benefit rewards. But more important, we have private trading competition coming up for only those who use my link to register. And those are going to be fairly regular too, honestly. We got a decent amount of volume for our traders, and I think that would essentially be a good incentive here. So future reference, I will have more information on that coming soon. Thanks so much for watching. Again, you want to become a premium member, cryptocash.tech is the site. Read through our signals guide on our Discord so you know exactly what's going on. Thanks again for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.